Yo, what's going on, peeps? We're back with another video. You already know the vibes. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, all of that. Obviously, the video is a bit late. I'm not gonna lie to you. This should have landed on Monday, but it is what it is. Some things happen and just mess up your plans, but we're back. And obviously, as I said, we will have the what's it called? The play ratings for the season on Thursday, so look out for that. That video will land on Thursday morning at some point. But right now, we've got the play ratings for the Leicester game, which we won, obviously. Good thing, don't want to lose, but we're now in the Conference Europa League thing, which is like not where we really want to be. It's either got to be Champions League, that's the main one. If not, then we go to Europa League. But this one is just going to be a bunch of teams you don't know even more so than before. At least in Europa League, you have the odd little Romas and Napoli is chucked in there. Now, it's just going to be all kinds of teams you never heard of. With all due respect, probably fishmongers, greengrocers, farmers, and they're just footballers in their free time. But we paid shit, so this is what we got to deal with, and we got to live with this, and it is what it is. And I see they put out a new kit, which is probably one of the nicer kits. It's just all white, retro looking. It's got the old badge from when we last won the league on there, so don't know why it ain't gonna make them win anything, but I do like the way they've gone with this one. The home kit, I probably will get it. We'll see. I want to see the away kit and the third kit, but that one is very clean. But anyway, play rating time. Let's get into it. And just in case you didn't see the video, if you haven't, make sure you go click on it. Because what are you doing with your life? Go and click that and watch the review. But quick one, play Leicester away, shaky start, go down early, penalty. Alderweireld trips up Vardy. VAR gives a pen, rightfully so. They go 1-0 up. We get back in it around the 40th minute, 41st minute. Harry Kane, of course. Who else? Makes us level at half time. Second half comes. Sanchez, who I haven't asked for my lineup in a long time, but for some reason Mason threw him in there and he's not played in weeks. And you can see he was not up to speed. Put a couple of good challenges, but you can see he was definitely not up to speed. And Vardy had him on toast, and he gave away a penny again. Vardy again. This time the Reece was rooted to the spot, and to be fair, the Reece didn't have much to do that game. Just he had penalties he had to save, and obviously penalties are 50-50. If you're gonna save it or you're not, or they miss or they're not. So it is what it is. And then Kasper Schmeichel comes from a corner. I don't know if he was trying to punch Sanchez in the face, but whatever he was trying to punch, he missed, and he ended up punching the ball in the goal instead. And then game on, and I think once he made it 2-2, that's when everything changed. And then we had on Bell, changed the game, and was on the front foot, and then he grabbed 2 goals, and that's pretty much it, mate. So let's get into the player ratings. I've given you that. Let's get to player ratings. And as always, we're going to start between the sticks. And we're going with obviously the captain, Hugo Lloris. As I said, didn't have much to do, but the only thing he had to do was save penalties, 2 of them, and he couldn't. Sent the wrong way for one and rooted to the spot on the other. So obviously, can't mark him too high, conceded 2 goals, but at the same time, didn't have much to do. So that said, I'll give him 4. Sanchez, he just looked out of it, mate. To be fair, in the first half he did put in a couple of good tackles. I say good because they turned out to be good. They could have been costly, but thankfully they weren't. But he just definitely looked rusty, like he's not played in months. And if you didn't know, you could definitely see if you weren't a fan of Tottenham, you could see and say this guy is not up to speed. He's not played in ages, or he's just shit. And to be fair, it could be a bit of both. But he definitely looked off the ball, and he gave her a penny. He did cause a mistake from Michael, and again, I did say he put in some decent tackles, but it was not great. So I'm gonna give Lloris 5. I'm gonna give Sanchez 3. There you go. Reguilon, he wasn't bad in the first half. Well, second half he wasn't really. First half he was a little hesitant. He wasn't great going forward. Second half is a lot better, linking up, some nice play. Not his worst game, but defensively he needs to fix up. He's not really great, but going forward he is decent. And with that, I would give Reguilon 5. Matt Doherty, even though he's trash, and I'm not changing my mind, he still needs to leave. Didn't actually have a bad game. He did put in some nice passes in the box, and I think it was his ball that led to the Kane goal. So we didn't have a bad game. And they know I'm not biased, as my thing says, I'm biased. So I'm not gonna, say, oh yeah, because he's crap and I don't like him, that I'm gonna just give him a low mark. If he plays well, I'll say he played well. And I'm saying right now, he definitely played well. He weren't bad, I'm gonna give him a 6. Alderweireld gave it a stupid penalty. Just dangle the leg out, never dangle your leg like that. Because you just give the player a reason to go down. And this is Vardy. He's known for, he sees your leg, he's gonna drop. Same with Mane, same with Salah. They see your leg, they're gonna go down. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get the decision. So just don't put yourself in the situation. And he did, and obviously we paid the price and conceded the pen. But other than that, didn't do bad. He done alright. Cleared his lines, put in some headers. Obviously him and Sanchez couldn't cope with Vardy for the last part of the game, so I can't really mark him high, but I'm gonna give him a standard 5. Højbjerg, centre midfield. He done alright, to be fair. He did break up a lot of play, and I can see him and Winks are too alike. And this is what I do not understand with Mason. You can't play Winks and Højbjerg at the same time. How does he not get this? Winks doesn't go forward. He's not a real number 8. His number might say number 8, but he's not a number 8. He's not a box-to-box midfielder. He's very defensive. And you have Højbjerg, who too is very defensive. If anything, Højbjerg gets forward a lot more than Winks. You see Højbjerg in a lot more advanced positions than Winks. This is a fact. Go and watch. There's times that Højbjerg's on the byline. You don't see Winks there. So why are you playing them both in the same team? He had no Ndombele on the bench and he had no Lo Celso. The Lo Celso I'm not worried about, but for me, when Ndombele and Højbjerg play together, that midfield is very, very different. And this is why he cannot manage his team. And this is why he's out of his depth. And this is why he needs to leave. He needs to be gone because the season's done, so he needs to be done as well. But I digress. Højbjerg, he's done alright, I'm giving him a 5. Harry Winks, I don't know how he plays 90 minutes. His poor pass, almost there to a goal. He had to make a tactical foul because his passing is diabolical. He tries to pass sideways, but from like 20 yards across the pitch. So, no, not for me. Another poor performance. He's not great. Let's be real. Doesn't bring anything to the team. All he does is make mistakes and give away fouls. If we need someone to make a tactical foul, that's why we have Harry Winks. That's what he's there to do. But other than that, he don't bring nothing to this squad and he needs to leave. And I'm going to give him a 3. He didn't do anything. Bergwijn, he was on. All he'd done was get booked. A couple of little spells going forward, but nothing great. He wasn't brilliant at all, if we're honest. He got the goal in the last game against, who was it we played? Aston Villa, I want to say. But we still lost, but he didn't replicate any of that. and he weren't great. So I'm gonna give him a 3. Son, he has some nice link-up play. Again, I think this Harry Kane thing is. I think he knows Harry Kane's leaving, and this is why his form has dwindled. I think so, because last couple of months he's just not been at it at all. So maybe he knew from then Kane was leaving, and he's just not been on job. But you know, what can you do, man? And it hurts me to mark Son. I've been marking him so low recently because he's not been great. But it's going to be another low one. Give him a 4. Not really doing anything, to be honest. Delhi, not great. Last game out, he was good. You know, he was going out, linking up play, doing whatever, trying to be direct, go forward. This game, he was giving the ball away. He's just getting frustrated at giving the ball away, then try to win it back. I didn't see that intensity I saw against Aston Villa. Didn't see it. And that's why he got hooked on 68 minutes, because he weren't great. But I know he's better than that. But I can only mark you on what I see, and what I saw was not good enough. He's getting a 3. Harry Kane, goal, assist. He had a couple of chances that he probably should have buried, but to me, he's not in it. He's already out. He's checked out the club already. He's there in body, but spirit-wise, he's out. He's gone. You can tell, but that guy there don't deserve this, man. And big up Harry Kane every time. I'm never gonna say nothing bad about Harry Kane unless he has a bad game. If he has a bad game, I'll tell you straight. And I've done it and checked my videos, and he's had a bad game. I've said it, and I've given him like 3s and 2s or whatever. There's no bias here, but I'm not gonna ever shit on Harry Kane. Never. He ain't won nothing. If he won anything, that guy would have a statue outside the building. This is a fact. Or somewhere in the ground. Better yet, it should be on the pitch. On pitch side, he should have a statue if he ever won anything at this club. But because this team didn't match his ability and his mentality, they just bottled it, and it is what it is. And he's going to have to go and do it elsewhere. But he's definitely, even though he ain't won nothing, he's 100% a legend at this club. And no one tell me nothing, because I'm not hearing anything no one's gonna say. So that's me. That's my opinion. He will be a legend at this club, scoring 200 and something goals. Alright, he didn't win anything, but to score that much goals, come on, and stay here and be committed to this team, even though this team has been dead and bottling it. Semi-finals, finals, bottling and still staying and trying to win something. Come on, you gotta give that man credit. And you can't bash that man. If he wants to leave now, let him go. He's going to be 28. So for me, if he wants to fly, let him fly. And leave, he shouldn't stop him. But other than that, he's going to get sent on 5. Lucas, come on. You can see the energy that we were lacking when he came on. But was he great? No. But he was definitely a lot more energetic and bringing something to the midfield that we were definitely lacking early on. So I'm going to give him a 5. Joe Rodon, not going to mark. Doesn't make sense. Gareth Bale, man of the match. Came on 68th minute. And once he came on, the whole game just shifted. Once he came on, that was it. And the goal came after he came on. Because once he came on, the intensity was there. We were pushing and nice patterns of play, looking a lot more direct, a lot more dangerous on the counter, and it's all because of Gareth Bale coming on. He probably should have started, or definitely came on earlier, because Delhi wasn't doing anything, so he should have been hooked. But he came on, done the job, got 2 goals, 2 good goals, and he goes back to Madrid now, sit down on the bench, collect his bag, and if he wants to retire or whatever, is what it is. But we'll see. He says he's made his mind up, but it'll come out after the Euros, whether he's going back there or staying or whatever he's doing. Wish him all the best. He turned up last part of the season. He did come at the start with injury problems, so maybe that's why, but he definitely showed us what he's capable of at the back end of the season. So big up Gareth Bale every time. And that is the player ratings. Big up the 4 subscribers, big yourselves up as well. You already know. And as I said, video for player ratings of the season that will land on Thursday. Look out for it. But until then, make sure you don't wash your hands. If you can't wash them, sanitize, keep your distance. And until the 21st of June, apparently when you can stop wearing a mask, wear your damn mask, people. It's just that simple. It ain't the 21st yet. Got a few more weeks. So hold tight. But until then, I'm getting out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Wherever you are in the world. Europe, America, Asia, wherever you're at. Big yourselves up every time. And I'm out of here. Peace.